You know, I kind of just want to run out there with a bar of soap and a nice outdoor shower. Two problems with that. This is Maine, so it's fucking cold out, and the neighbors would probably complain if I started prancing around on the back lawn naked again. So I guess the next best thing would actually be a rainflow shower head. So that's where the folks over at iShowerhead.com come in. I'll put a link down there in the video description. Make sure to click on that link and use the coupon code Mighty Plantain, MIGHTYPLANTAIN, all in caps, to get 15% off when you order. I've seen these things in Home Depot and a couple of other places, and everywhere I go they look a little too expensive or they're complicated. You have to actually do the full shower plumbing, not just connect to where your shower head goes. This one should connect directly to your shower head attachment, and it's less expensive. I don't know if they source it differently or what. Oh, this is nice. I think I went with the polished. Look at that. I think there's 144 jets on here. How gross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. 14. So whatever 14 by 14 is, it's not a gross. A dozen dozens, 12 times 12 is 144, which is a gross. Trivia that nobody wanted. But anyway, this is a 14 by 14 grid, so whatever that works out to, 14 squared, can't do it in my head. Not going to waste your time on the video doing that. Very nice. Not one, not two, but 3 rolls of Teflon plumber's tape. Awesome. Put that in a spot where you guys can't see it. That's okay. It's going to have quite a few things on this video. Wrench. Nice. I'm betting that it fits all the fittings on these. Those for connecting. This must be the adjustable arm, and this is the valve. Nope, that's just a connector. All right, we'll figure that out when we... that's for loosening this for positioning, I think. No, it's for something else. All right, like I said, we'll look that up as we're putting it together. For stoppers. A nice head with, I think, 7 different combo settings. So really nice. And if I remember correctly from the advertisement, this has a diverter, which allows you to do both together or just one, just the other. Let's see, I think this is some sort of bracket. This is another bracket. All right, we'll figure this all out as we're putting it together. 2.5 gallon per minute flow restrictor. Fuck that. We ain't doing flow restriction. I want all the water pressure I can get. This is the diverter, I think. Maybe. Yeah, diverter. All right, so we've got all the parts here, it looks like. Hibbent. Alright, so that is what's in the box. It doesn't look too complicated. I like the fact that they include a wrench. But I think this is going to be just as quick and easy as any other self-installed shower head where you basically just hook it up. As I said, the movable head here, this extra one, It gets mounted to the wall of your shower with adhesive. It does not mount and clip onto the rest of the shower head. So, just be aware of that you're going to have to put some adhesive on the side of your shower wall. Okay. All right. Okay, so I took off the old shower head. I removed the washer in the middle there. They did mention in the instructions to take out any old washers and as much of the thread tape as I could get. I don't think you can ever get all of it, but let's see. All right, so 12 rounds of Teflon tape around the outside. That's pretty standard stuff. And they gave me like 3 rolls, so 12 rounds. And I like to go up. Tore on me. There we go. Gotta pull it tight. I'm not doing that really well here. That's roughly 12. Now, next up, no washers needed. Install the extension hose to the shower arm. What? Extension hose? Screw on tightly. So that's this part, but it's got another part that goes on this end. Okay, that's what I'm missing. I have to take this component apart. Then it needs to go on here. All right. I don't like the angle that's at. Alright, that's as tight as that's going to get, I think. Install the shower head. This time we do need a washer. And the washer is in there. I'll wind up smacking myself in the face with this thing at least once, I bet. This is going to be really tricky because I don't want to cross thread it at all, but the threads are really, really tricky getting on there just right, and I'll tell you, you want to make sure you do that, because if you start cross-threading it, this thing will be ruined, and that's true of any connection like this. about as tight as that's going to get. I won't lift that up too much. I kind of want it to have some... All right. All right, now we connect the hose and the shower head. There's some plastic covers and some plastic pieces screwed in on here, and those are primarily, it looks like, to keep these washers that are already pre-installed inside from falling out. So, oh, and there's extra washers on the bottom here too. So, I probably should have showed this earlier, but on each of the components, it's got the black washers pre-installed. You want to make sure those are in there before you go and connect everything. And that was true of the shower head itself that I just put on. All right, and again, there's 3 extra washers in the bottom there, just in case, it looks like. Now, noticing here, I've got one end with a larger hole than the other. So just make sure I'm connecting this correctly. Do not reverse the direction of the water pipe connection. Okay. Don't forget the washer. Don't forget the washer. Huh. Okay, that's not telling me which one is which. I'm going to assume that the narrower one goes on the head to increase pressure. Now this one's tricky because it's, I believe this is metal and you're screwing onto plastic. Now again, cross-threading is very important to avoid, because if you start cross-threading metal onto plastic, it's going to strip that plastic and you're going to wind up with something that doesn't stay connected or leaks. Now before I go and mount this to the wall, as I mentioned before, and there's no clip up here, you mount a sticky thing to the wall. I'm going to make sure that it's working, which means, yeah, that's all of it. So I'm going to get anything that I don't want to get wet. Which, too late, most of this is already freaking wet. Just by virtue of being in a shower that had an old shower head dripped on it. But let's do this. Okay, shower head itself. This one is working with no drips. Might be taking a second. Oh, that's nice. That's working too. I'm not seeing any leaks or drips. And then when I change the diverter, just the rainfall is working. Well, I'm actually getting excited about this. All right, so it still drips for a little while after you turn it off. That's probably not going to change, but at least it's dripping from the actual things themselves. Huh. That's going to have to stop at some point, right? Because there's no water coming through. It can't be coming from anything other than what's already in the head. And the fact that it's dripping out this end means that this is full, and it's just gravity making it fall out. So I'm going to call this a successful installation. I'm going to get this dried up, and oh my god, my face is probably right in the camera right now. And I'm going to put the little adhesive on there to attach this shower head to the wall, and then yeah, that's slowing right down. It's just got to be the water that's still in there. All right, we'll do that. I'm probably going to skip that step because you got to wait for this to dry and all that happy crap. And it's literally just putting a piece of tape here with a plastic bracket. So anybody can do that. Well, anybody can do this. That was actually a pretty quick and easy install. So yeah, I'm going to get my face out of the camera. Okay, this actually wound up being a two-piece install. There's, excuse me, there's a small plastic piece here that you have to slide the cradle on top of, and then you mount it with the adhesive. They also have the option of using some drywall anchors and screws to put it directly into the wall. I'm not going to do that. This is a plastic shower shell, whatever you want to call it. I think mount it right here. I see myself using this 90% of the time with the diverter on to just have the rainfall shower head, because this is going to spray directly at you the whole time. I don't want it over by the doors though. So right about here looks good, I think. And then I'll just change it when I want to actually hose off. Okay, here we go. Oh, this plastic piece is what mounts, not. I'm just eyeballing this for a level. That gives it more surface area to grip too. I mean, worst case scenario, if the adhesive wears out, I can use the screws to mount it directly into the wall, because I did save those. I prefer not to do that, but done. All right. Not too shabby. Cool. One other thing I lied about. I am going to show you how to properly install the 2.5 gallon permanent flow regulator. I don't know what the hell that thing's made out of, but we eventually got it. For the final test, a practical check of functionality, this is actually pretty awesome. And if I don't want to get wet, I just step to the side. This is all falling right there. Wet? Not wet. And then, actually, probably should take this down before doing it. Oh, that's a blast of cold water. Okay, so watch the diverter. It hits you with the cold water at first. I got this going. I can do both. And I can do that. I think 9 times out of 10, if I'm not using the head, it's just going to be like this. Because that's easy enough. And you got no hair, bar soap's good enough for the skin on your head. Got this thing right here. Okay, so one thing that I did discover is that because of the angle that this is set at, it doesn't actually come straight out like I was worried it would. So actually putting this diverter on to give yourself a little extra pressure coming from this direction isn't actually going to be, having it shoot straight across the shower. That's actually pretty good, because then you've got that for the underarm action. I mean, this works fine, but you're stretching. And if you're taller than I am, you might whack this. Although this is adjustable, there's a height adjustment here that puts this piece up higher. But having that little bit of extra pressure there just for rinsing stuff up as you go is pretty nice. So. Alright, so now that we're using this part, we got 1, 2, 3. I kind of like that one. 4, 5. Oh, that's a soaker. 6, pressure. 7, just a minor drench. 7 settings. I think this is going to be the one for rinsing. It's got the most coverage with a decent amount of pressure. I can already tell my showers are about to get a lot longer. That is just awesome. Alright, so that's about the size of it. If I were to have one complaint, it would be that there isn't a way to stop the water flow here on the shower head when you're using the spray head. But, I mean, you can just as easily use the diverter to go rain flow only and then step out from underneath of it. So, it's just a 2-step process that could easily be a 1 if you had one on here. That's literally my only complaint. Yeah, my showers are about to get a lot longer. You guys should get one for yourselves. I'll put a link to the website where you can buy it down in the video description. Make sure you use the coupon code MIGHTYPLANTAIN, that's MIGHTYPLANTAIN, all in caps. I'll also put that down there, at checkout to get 15% off. iShowerhead.com, Rainflow shower heads there. I love it.